Hi guys, welcome to the ElectricmotorGP show. My name is Nee and we are at the Jakarta International Motor Show. Sorry, the Indonesian International Motor Show in Jakarta. And one of the cars that I really wanted to get behind to test drive for this, one of the reasons why I did come to the show, was to get it behind the Geely EX5. Why did I want to get behind the Geely EX5? I felt that this car is probably one of the cars to look out for in 2025. If you remember my video on EVs for seniors, this was one of the cars I recommended. Why did I recommend this car? It's easy to get in and out of. It's got a decent boot space, about 400 liters. It's not too nippy, but it does do the job. It does 0 to 100 in about 6.9 seconds. It's got a 160 kilowatt motor on the front, and despite the fact that it's a front wheel drive, it does handle very well from all the other reviews I've come across. So, but I wanted to test drive it myself, see how it went, understood what it looked like. And if you look at in front of you right now, I've just put it into reverse. It's got 360-degree cameras on it. It sits well. It's got a nice HUD. The HUD gives you the speed limit. It gives you the way the car itself looks like, and gives you enough information for you to start to think about, oh my God, am I safe driving? And the answer is probably yes. The only problem I had with it, like I said earlier on, was whether or not Geely was going to fumble this particular car in the Australian market because of their pricing plans. But before we get into pricing, let's see how it handles. Are we ready? Let's go for a drive.
Let's go.
Okay, so the ladies in the back wanted to know whether or not this car was sexy to drive, how it handles. Now, Geely benefits from something most of the Chinese cars haven't really done, and I'll explain that to you. The Chinese cars are notorious for being very, very soft, and there's a reason for that. Chinese roads are very bumpy, and they're mostly straight line roads, which means that most of their cars are designed to be comfortable rather than for good handling. Now, what Geely did, which I was really, really impressed with, they took almost about 25 people to China last year to go and do a test drive. And they sat down with everyone at the end of the test drive and got feedback. After getting feedback, they delayed their launch in Australia, for example, and came into Australia to do a tuning of the chassis. Now, I can honestly tell you that this is probably one of the firmer rides I've had in a Chinese car. This car feels very, very solid. Accelerates very, very well. Turns, oh, this is a beauty to drive. I'm having fun.
A little bit too much fun.
Maybe a little bit too much fun. I do apologize to other people in the car. Geely, well done. You listened. You fixed the chassis. It's firmer. It corners much better. Much, much better than I would have given credit for. Right, let's see how the suspension does. Suspension is pretty nice, actually. Right, I'm going to test the... Nice. Okay, right. I just drove another car barely 20 minutes ago, and I was really impressed with that car, and this is better than that. I was impressed with that car because that car was soft, but handled well, and this handles even better than that. This reminds me of the Zeekr 7, the Zeekr X. Yes, this reminds me of the Zeekr X. Now, the Zeekr X is one of the premium brands from the Geely Auto Group, and the one I drove was the all-wheel drive that's got 375 kilowatts. It's got 2 electric motors, whereas this is 160 kilowatts only, but it handles really, really well. Okay. I don't mind this at all. Geely, don't screw this up. Don't put this at a price point that you shouldn't put it. So we've just done.
It looked like the camera switched when you climbed the bump.
Yes. So one of the safety features on most of the cars now, especially the ones coming out of China, is when you indicate, the cameras will come on, and when you go into something that is a bit off-roady or bumpy, the cameras will come on to give you a good view of what you're trying to get yourself into.
Oh,
So, and that's exactly what just happened right now. So the missus is quite right about that in saying it looks like the cameras just came on when we got on. Now, I wanted her to just quickly pause and catch that. This is something that is from the Tesla ADAS system look, in which it gives you more detail of all the other cars around you as you drive, which is a safety feature for you. And it's also showing up on the HUD, the heads-up display. So realistically, this is not doing too badly at all. I'm definitely enjoying this and the information that's available to you. Now I'm going to try and see what's going on with the screen here. When I pack up a bit, I'm just going to go through the...
it has a luxurious feel to it.
Yes, and even though it's not the premium brand from Geely, the EX5 is supposed to be slightly confused in a context. So it's supposed to be going after the BYD Atto 3. That's what this car is supposed to be going after. However, the shape and size of it, it's also a good rival to the Tesla Model Y. Obviously, they're in a different bracket in the context of how the Tesla Model Y size and price point sits at. But you've got to give Geely kudos for what they've done to this specific car. It's almost the same size as a Model Y in terms of the wheelbase, in terms of the length, in terms of the width, in terms of most things. It's the simple things that it's not on the same size up. So the Tesla Model Y, the base model comes in with a 230 kilowatt electric motor on the rear. And Geely have put the electric motor in this on the front. I haven't noticed it as much. But this is a very limited course for us to drive, for us to understand whether it's going to make a difference. But I haven't noticed it as much, and that's me being as honest and as factual as possible. The one thing I do notice, that I've noticed so far, and I've noticed it from going into the car, is that it's slightly underpowered. So this is what I was telling you about. Once the car thinks there's an obstacle around it, the cameras come on, and once it thinks you're safe, they switch off. But it gives you enough information for you to make a decision on how your driving is going to be. All in all, I'm quite impressed with the car. I think for the price point, it's not bad. Now, Geely, I know you listen. I know you listen a lot. This car needs a performance version. The 160 kilowatt is slightly underpowered for this car. This car should come up with a different battery pack, probably about a 75 kilowatt hour battery pack. You've got the best batteries on the planet at the moment. We all know that. So you want to upgrade the battery pack in this particular one and come out with a performance model for this one. Probably doing about 320 or 375 kilowatts. You already have got the 160 in the front. There's nothing stopping you from putting a 220 or 230 in the back. And all of a sudden, you've got a different car that you're driving. The performance of that car will be different. Now, given the fact that the efficiency of this car is in about 15 to 16 kilowatt hours, I would per 100 kilometers, sorry, I would probably say put in a 75 kilowatt hour battery on this will definitely improve the car to a large extent. The acceleration on this car is not too bad, even though I still feel it's slightly underpowered. So we're going to park it up in a moment and just get the opportunity to go through the interior of the car and to go through the ADAS, the the software and see how user-friendly the software is.
But does it self-park?
I don't know. Does the car self-park?
No, not yet, sir.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah. All right, so I'm just going to park the car so I've got the opportunity to look at the interior, go through the software in a little bit more detail. I really enjoy driving this car. I know.
It has a spacious cabin as well.
The cabin is quite spacious, you're quite correct. It's if you look, you're sitting very comfortable and the guy behind you is sitting very comfortable as well. It feels rather luxurious despite the price point. So I think in my book, I've been saying this since last year that I felt this was going to be a winner for Geely, and I still think it's going to be a winner.
The design is minimalistic and it has a futuristic kind of
Yeah,
shape
it does.
to it, like in this cabin, side of the cabin.
They have a chair massage.
Yeah, it's got massage
it does?
seats.
Yeah, massage chair.
Oh, that's cool. That's a massage chair. Thank you.
If you wanna try the massage chair.
Let's stop.
Okay, so let's see. Back to home. All right, let's see. Car,
Control.
seat control, right? Yeah, and then all right. So
Ventilation heating in the right one.
yep.
Yeah. Driver seat and the
Oh, come on.
Oh, that's really nice, actually.
That
So
is
it's set for
cool.
waist, but you can do it to serpentine and crawl.
This is great.
Right, so you're doing wave and I'm doing crawling at the moment.
Wow. So to massage the back.
Yeah.
We can go cool as well.
Yeah. This is cool. This is pretty cool. Right, so I'm really liking this car a whole lot. I am. Let's have a quick look. So you've got vehicle controls. You can adjust your heads-up display, the height, the angle. You can change it to snow mode. It gives you lane warning as well when you're doing that. Ooh, I'm enjoying this. Please don't fall asleep. You've got button control, so you've got a
Can you
memory.
get a massage as you drive?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Right, so if you take a look at this, and you can see how good the steering looks and the amount of information that's in there. But more importantly, it's not your typical round one, but it's not uncomfortable. And this has been done specifically to give you access to the driver instrument cluster. So that you can still get that. But what I personally like, and I'm looking at XPeng when I'm talking about this, the CEO of XPeng says he's completely against heads-up display. But if I'm driving and I'm focused ahead of me and I've got an information cluster that requires me to bend my head, I'm taking my eyes off the road a little bit. But if you've got the heads-up display giving you the information directly in front of you, then you get a lot of information in there. So you can customize a lot of buttons on the steering wheel. You can fold your mirrors when the car locks. You can adjust the seat for easy access when you're getting out, so the car seat will lower and pull back, make it easy for you to exit the car. So there are lots of things in there. There's a lot of things you can look. Car search mode, flashing lights. So if you're looking for the car, you can set it up so it flashes so you know where it is. And this is when you're parked and you've forgotten where you parked. Close the window when you lock the car. Automatic locking when you go. And it's also because of the way the key is set up. If you get close to the car will automatically open itself. So there's a lot of things they put into this car. And you can set the trunk up. So if you're living in a tight environment, you can set the trunk opening height. So instead of saying the car opens all the way and it scrapes, you can set it up to open up at 70%, 60%, 80%, whatever it is going to be acceptable for your garage. Which I think it's a very, very premium thing to have for a non-premium price. Geely have got a lot of things well in this car. It's just I'm a bit, but I'm going to keep quiet. Right, driving modes: Eco, Comfort, Sport. Energy recovery. This is the way the car is able to recharge itself when you brake and all of that. So you've got auto, low, medium, and high. You've got brake pedal, comfort or sporting mode, and you've got comfort braking as well. So auto hold, so the car holds when you get to a red light for you, easy once you press the brake on. Exterior lighting, making sure the lights are good. Assisted driving, you've got your intelligent cruise control and you've got your adaptive cruise control. So this is like a level 2 plus ADAS system. You've got lane keep assist, pre-collision assist, and intelligent reminders. Adaptive cruise control also has the lane keep assist, pre-collision assist, and intelligent reminders as well. Right, so voice control, you can set it up, female or male. It updates. You can get it to cool the car for you. You can get it to set up your massage seats if you want. Display mode, you've got a wide variety of options in there. Light mode, dark mode, you can switch modes. You can do the backlights in the car, screen brightness, language and temperature. So again, lots of things going on. I wanted to test the sound, but I'm very conscious about not playing anything that's going to end up. So let's see what we can get away with. Let's radio. It might not be loaded yet because this is a test model. Okay, pair. In the interval since we shot the video and we did the recording, Geely did do the launch in Australia and Geely did get this right. So the base model is coming in at 40,990, which is called the Complete, and the Inspire, which is the upper trim, is coming in at 44,990 Australian dollars, which is a fantastic price point for this car. It undercuts the Tesla Model Y, it undercuts the Kia EV5, it undercuts the standard version of the BYD Atto 3, while at the same time staying relevant and still staying valid. And I fully suspect that this car is going to be very, very popular. Geely also have added a few things as extra onto what they're offering for their launch offer. So you get 3 years complimentary scheduled servicing, you get 1 year complimentary public charging with EV networks, which up to 1,000 kilowatt hours public charging credit valid for 12 months. You get a free home EV charger as complimentary as well. You get free premium paint if you choose from all the available colors available to Geely, and you also get a finance offer of 3.88%, which honestly, I think they've got this spot on, and kudos to them for not fumbling the bag on this. Because my biggest worry about what they were going to do was to mess up what appeared to be a fantastic product by not making the price readily available to the general market. Yeah, so you can adjust the volume with this beautiful dial here. Pretty nice, actually. Right, okay, so we've gone through the car. I really like the car. Geely, I've been pleading with you for 3 videos now. Please don't fumble the bag with this one. Get the pricing right for Australia. Get the pricing right for most of your markets. This car is going to be a winner for 2025. I predicted that from late last year, and I still believe that this car is going to be a winner for 2025. Right, thank you everyone. If you've really enjoyed the video, please like, share, and subscribe, and look out for the next one. We've got a few more cars that are coming in your way very shortly. We are definitely going to be trying to get you in the Sea Lion 7 today. We're also going to try and get the missus to actually test drive the Kia EV9 GT line. So there's a lot of options that we're going to be doing. Stick to the channel and we'll see you soon.